Happy Sunday night and welcome to another session of the Park Adventurers Club. I'm your host, Rob Whiteside. Thank you guys for watching, for finding us, for being here on your Sunday night. We appreciate it. If you haven't already, it's parkadventurersclub.com. Please give us a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. We would love to have you as part of our community. Tonight we are having another meeting of the Park Adventurers Club featuring these fellas, starting with Mr. Patrick Hackett. What's going on, fella?
You know what? Hey, howdy, hey.
Hey, howdy, hey, indeed. And then my good friend Dave, how are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking.
You need a hey, howdy, hey is what you need. You need
Hey,
something.
howdy, hey. Is that the thing? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I
didn't
mean,
get the memo.
Kungaloosh?
I'll allow it.
Sivaco.
All of these things are brilliant and wonderful, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being with us. Join us in the chat if you're here with us live. Chat along with us. We never say no to a super chat. All of those fun things. If you have not been with us, this is the Park Adventures Club. This is run like a meeting. I have a gavel, so if things get unruly, meaning this guy seems like he's about to get unruly tonight, we'll take care of that. We also have our agenda for the evening, and it's not that kind of agenda. It's a fun agenda. It's this agenda right here. We start out with the reading of the minutes. We're going to talk about Fantastic Four hitting the theme parks, Halloween stuff that's already coming to us. The final HHN houses have been announced, pass holder news, WDW construction updates, and then our big topic of the week is Disney making the animation Courtyard good? I can't wait to have that conversation. So again, thank you guys for being with us. We appreciate you. And we'll start with the Fantastic Four. I've seen the movie. Have the two of you fellas seen the movie? Dave, have you seen it?
I haven't.
No.
Nope.
No, great. I'm just kidding. We are, honestly, it was one of those things where I went to San Diego Comic-Con, so we were off last week. I went and made sure I saw Superman before I went, because when you get that many nerds together, they're going to be talking about superheroes. And so I was like, I want to make sure I know what's going on with Superman. Waited until this weekend to see Fantastic Four. Spoiler alert, I'm a fan. It's interesting to see what they're doing with it. I can't wait to see how they incorporate it into Marvel moving forward. But the Fantastic Four have taken they've fallen into Disneyland. I was at Disneyland on the 22nd. They came in on the 25th. It was great.
Oh man,
I know it's very sad, but
so rough.
Do you feel bad for me?
I do. Obviously,
Okay.
You're my friend. You're one of my closest friends. I love you.
Aw, I love you too, brother. This is so sweet.
Let's see this moment.
Yeah, no,
nice.
Buckle up, it gets worse.
Yeah.
So here's the Fantastic Four. They're in most of the Disney parks, obviously not in Disney World. Here is the group, the fellas. You can get magic shots. They have drinks and all kinds of fun things. Honestly, so this is taking place at Tomorrowland and not in Avengers Campus. But tell me this. Okay, here's a hot take. The guy who played, the Thing is great. Love the Thing in this one. He looks fantastic. It's clobbering time. We're great. Sue is Sue, but it looks like Will Wheaton and
Oh my God, it does look like Will Wheaton.
doesn't it? And Pete Davidson. And Pete Davidson.
I was going with one of the Zach or Cody. It feels like Zach or Cody.
I'm glad they have this at Disneyland. They do the meet and greet. They have the Herbie meet and greet. They've got a projection going on. This is one of the biggest tie-ins I've seen in a while. Patrick, I know you always hate that Disneyland gets all the good stuff. Have you taken a look at this? How do you feel? What's
I have. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. I saw this. I was doing my prep for the show. I'm in bed with my wife, and I go, "What in the Roger Corman is this?" And then I had to explain the whole thing to her after that, because this is the Roger Corman-est looking Thing. I don't think even Thing looks good, and that's the one you have the best chance to make look good. You know who looks good? Herbie looks amazing. I would take a Herbie home right now. And I want to shout out our girl, Megan, the Magical Millennial. She did a fantastic piece over on the Tick of the Talk Clock app about the new food. Oh, my God. Why are you serving a mozzarella stick with ranch? Why are we doing that? Mozzarella sticks goes to marinara. And then the key lime pie? How do you mess up key lime pie? It's one of the classic desserts. What are we doing? Come on, Disneyland.
Wow, that's harsh.
Coming in hot. Let's go. I'm the
He is
ammo.
coming in hot. He is coming.
Going to Italy
You
in a
are
couple
coming in
days.
hot. For those of you who don't know about the Corman Fantastic Four, can I show it? Can I show a picture?
No.
No, come on. Just
come
one.
on.
All right.
Just
Yes.
one.
This is scary.
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. I don't know why this is not better than this. Hold on a second. Here it is. That's a little bit of it. I don't know why I can't center that up, but
Why is Sue so sad?
yeah, I don't know. But it is. This is the 1994 Fantastic Four that was made just so they could retain the rights. It's awful. It wasn't supposed to see the light of day. It wasn't. It was just as a placeholder. They didn't tell the actors and the creator that was what was happening. They gave him $1 million. They said, "Go make a Fantastic Four movie." We talk all about that on our review that Charlie and I did of Fantastic Four 2005, which is on this channel. So. Dave, I know you're a little bit of a superhero fan. Have you looked at this stuff, and is there anything about it that stands out to you, whether it's the food, the merch, the meet and greets, any of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, we were actually almost went and saw the movie yesterday too. So something came up. We didn't end up going to see it. But, for me, like what I wrote down in my notes, for me, the face characters are always a little weird. I just, for me, it looks like they were more going for let's make him look like Pedro Pascal rather than,
Seriously.
I don't know. It just seems a little weird. They never kind of hit for me exactly. And the thing with the Herbie robot, I mean, that's crazy cool. I know that it's not autonomous.
Yeah.
I know that they got somebody controlling it off to the side, but it's so cool. I mean, it is so cool, and I can't wait to see it when I go to Disneyland next time.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I don't know how long they're going to have it there. Maybe they've said here, but I think it's a really neat addition to Tomorrowland. They also have some projections happening, and then of course, as I am a super fan of all things plastic, they actually have a thing sipper that
I need
looks
it.
like his
I absolutely
fist.
need it.
Yeah, I was looking for like a really good picture of it. It's in part of this eats category here. So
I don't have
here's-
my Thanos sipper here, but I told Shayna, I said I need that. She was like, so get it. I said, babe, I need to pay someone from California to pick it up and ship it here. So maybe, Rob, if you got a hookup, I do need a thing sipper.
I understand.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
So
Good friend.
yeah. No, I'm here for you, my friend.
I know you are. You got to connect.
Yeah. So let's talk about Halloween. Speaking of things, moving on to our next
It's
topic.
August
So
3rd, Rob.
we're almost to Halloween. Halloween starts
No.
this month. Yeah.
That's upsetting.
Yes. Halloween starts this month. I mean, it's upsetting, but it's true. So a couple things that landed for Halloween is one is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We know that they're going to have the new Jack Skellington, which I'm very excited about.
Jack.
They New Jack City? No, New Jack Skellington.
Oh, I thought you were talking about New Jack the Wrestler because that's a different thing altogether.
Oh, that's
Like,
we're going to talk about wrestlers in a minute.
Oh,
Yeah. But they also have new food at Jock Lindsay's, and I know, Patrick, you love a good lounge, and Jock
Dude.
Lindsay's is a great lounge at Disney Springs. So, I mean, have you looked at the food that they have coming there? They haven't really said much about it other than the fact that it's going to have a Halloween overlay. Are you excited about that? Please tell me.
Can I
more.
just talk about Jock Lindsay's, or can I cover the whole kit and caboodle?
Kit, Caboodle, or Jock Lindsay's? Whatever
All
makes
right,
you happy, my friend.
let's bring it on. This is the single best Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party menu I have ever seen. This is on the levels of Disneyland menus. I am so impressed that they're trying so hard for this. Pork wings, there's chicken wings, there's all sorts of things. They're going beyond pumpkin. There obviously is a lot of pumpkin in there. And then Jock Lindsay's with style and with the quality of food. If you haven't been to Jock Lindsay's, you need to find your way there. It can get a little crowded sometimes, but it's a great lounge. Good drinks, good food. And can you really beat something like that when they're doing Halloween specials? Except August 19th? That's so early. Oh, so cute. It's so cute.
Yeah,
I know
assume these are
Skull's
like
not
little
cute, but it's really cute.
quesadillas, maybe.
Yeah.
And then this thing, right?
That's awesome.
That's
yeah.
really cool.
And then this one right here,
I love that the most. That's my favorite one out of all of them. The presentation at Jock Lindsay's has always been top notch. And they're stepping up for Halloween. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I'm excited about that Jack Skellington, that they've kind of fixed Jack. because honestly, that's been one of the things that has been kind of a bummer to me. I'm a huge Jack Skellington fan. I love Halloween, but they had a cast member
don't know her.
preview. Oh, sorry. Okay, they had a cast member preview of the meet and greet. And man, that looks fantastic. It's like exactly how he was supposed to be. If they could find a way mechanically to take whoever the actor's head is and just lift it up a little off of his neck, then I think it would be spot on. But that plus the Jock Lindsay plus all that food that you were talking about, I think is good. And the merch is okay. Like in the past, though, the merch has been horrible.
Yes, agreed.
So yeah,
no good pins. No good pins this year.
Maybe maybe they just haven't released them yet. I mean, we've still got time.
Spirit jersey, that's the only thing. And once again, obviously, Disneyland crushing it in terms of Disney World with plastics.
Well, here's what I don't love.
I think I have that exact
Spirit
pin.
jersey. Oh yeah,
I like the Spirit jersey a lot. Booty was the best parade, probably ever, maybe ever. I love Booty.
I think so too, but I don't know. Yeah. Dave, any of the stuff that you're looking at that you that you're excited about seeing? I know you're planning on going to Oogie Boogie this year, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, we're going September 11th, I think it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, like the ornament I thought was super cool. The other stuff I kind of take it or leave it. I didn't love the colors and the designs. It just didn't do it for me, honestly.
So here being the ornament, like the two of them.
Yeah, my wife and I collect ornaments. Every time we go on a trip, we buy an ornament for our Christmas tree, and so our tree is like full of.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a good tradition.
Yeah, nice. I like it. And of course, there's a lot of plastics involved too. You were talking about the plastics, Patrick. What's the plastic that you were like, I would love to get this? Because I'll be down to Disney World. They look like they're going to have
none at Disney World. None at Disney World. Wasn't feeling any of them. I just don't like them. They're just so basic. Also, shout out to the pack member who said that the mayor should have 2 different drinks, and when you spin them around, you get different drinks. I like that. The cone. Rob, I know you probably covered it a week or 2 ago when it came out, but the cone at Oogie Boogie is the best plastic. I'm not feeling the plastics for the Halloween parties this year. Just the cone. I like the cone so much. Walt Disney World always getting the short end of the stick.
Give me a second, vamp for a second, because I'm trying to find that artwork.
Yeah, no problem.
So
I was looking for the pin, but I didn't find it. All I found was my farts pin, so I do have my farts pin from last year.
No, that's Festival of Arts. I think you're mispronouncing that.
Farts. No, it's farts. Rob, farts.
Fine. All right. I found this.
I had it, but I don't. I had the pin from last year or the year before.
So this is
I
what
love
I'm
it.
talking about.
Look at it.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's simple, and you can actually. No, I'm out.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's cute. That's pretty cute. It's okay. No, I hate it. I hate it in every way because it's not functional, and it's also the most overrated film of all time. I hate it.
You hate it?
Hate it.
Wow.
How dare you hate it?
Hated it.
All right. Now get this, because we do have a super chat. So let me find my super chat sound. You guys ready? You ready?
Yeah.
That is a powerful super chat from our good friend Jungle Cruiser. He said, Rob and Patrick, I have a reservation at Disneyland for this Saturday. I'm willing and able to get you the thing sippers. Just let me know. Very, very, very kind of you, Jungle Cruiser.
You just made enemies of our wives. But thank you.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for letting us know. That's exciting. Honestly, just tell your thirst it's clobbering time. That's what you have to do when this happens. So we know that the Mayor Sipper is coming to Mickey's Not So Scary, and also that Jack Skellington one's coming to Mickey's Not So Scary. I think that there will be something of that list I just showed you open to day guests probably at the Magic Kingdom. I'm guessing it's going to be the Mickey with Ghost Mickey, and I can't imagine a world where they bring that cone though. The cone seems very much.
We don't have anything that makes sense. Here.
If only we could build a Cars Land in the middle of Frontierland.
Can I take it off topic for a second? Yeah, because are we just getting an attraction, or are we getting a cozy cone? Are we gonna have cones? Because I want cones. There's no reason to have a Cars Land without cones. If I don't get a cone, I'm gonna be upset. It's the same thing. You get me Tiana and you give me Poo Poo Kaka beignets, and you're gonna give me Cars Land without cones. And like, what am I even doing here?
Just say cones 3 more times.
I don't want to get the Condy Man.
Oh, because Candyman. No, that's funny.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Also, Dave's going to Oogie Boogie. I'm just saying, maybe you know somebody who's going to be. I'm just putting that out there. Look at that. It could be. I don't know. I mean, we're a pack, right? So we do things.
That's right.
It'll be fine.
Too sweet, baby.
Yeah. So just pony up a little bit of extra bread for his services, and I'm sure he'll take care of it. Let's move on to the next topic, which is horror. Like, it's adjacent. I've almost said a horrible thing. It's horror adjacent. It is Halloween Horror Nights has finally announced, and this feels like it took forever for them to announce all the houses. Yeah, you guys are on the same page with me, right? It took forever for them to announce all the houses. They announced all 10 houses, 5 IP, 5 original. The last 2 have just been announced, and the last 2, they've officially announced Five Nights at Freddy's as a house. We knew that something was coming, but they've announced it as a house. And then they've announced the WWE horrors of the Wyatt Six, and so man, wrestling guy Patrick Hackett, talk about this one.
So Bray Wyatt is one of the most beloved figures in professional wrestling. Unfortunately, Wyndham Rotunda, the person who portrays Bray Wyatt, passed away tragically. And the Wyatt Six is both an homage and a carrying on of his work, and it is deeply rooted in horror. If you paid attention during our last adventure before we came over here and became the Park Adventurers Club, you know that I have talked with Ernst and with knowledge that the WWE Hall of Fame was supposed to be a physical space inside of Universal Studios. This is now what I feel like should have been happening for a long time after WrestleMania 33. And the Wyatt Six, I hope, is a tribute to Bray. He was a wonderful, beautiful individual. And his brother is playing Uncle Howdy in the Wyatt Six. And hopefully this is a tribute and a really good horror house. Because let me tell you, them folks is scary. They have very scary things, and they're also very talented wrestlers. If you don't know the connection between wrestlers and theme parks, man, Cody Rhodes, one of the top draws of WWE, Matt Cardona, one of the top draws of the Indies. They are very, very dyed in Disney Universal fans. One of my favorites. Big shout out to Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. When he won his first championship, he brought it to the Magic Kingdom and put a first time button on it. So wrestling and theme parks go together like eggs and bacon, and I really can't wait to see this. I'm very excited.
I have to tell you, though, I was unfamiliar. And our pack member, William, I said to him, William, help me out. I always like to study for Halloween Horror Nights. I'd like to go in and, like, if I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights, I want to know, like, I got to watch Terrifier. I mean, I have to do that.
You really don't, Rob.
One and two,
really
right?
don't, bud.
Five Nights at Freddy's. I've seen that. I like the movie. I haven't played the games. Jason Universe. I'm familiar enough with that. Fallout was a great series. I enjoyed that. So I was like, he was like, here, and he sent me one of Bray's videos, and it was the one where you got the choir of children and they're singing.
Got the whole world in my hands.
Got the whole world in my exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then they're wearing goat masks, and I'm like, okay,
yep.
I see the connection here. I see how this could be a Halloween Horror Nights.
So Dave, Rob's known me for a really long time. He knows that I'm terrified of snakes. I've torn a muscle running from snakes. When Bray Wyatt came to WrestleMania 33, which was in Orlando, he had snakes on his entryway because he was facing Randy Orton, who's known as the Viper. But like, man, it's psychological warfare. It's really great. He's done amazing things with John Cena. Dave, you have any familiarity with this at all? Poor Rob got tormented and saw the little kids video.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Do you have any of these? I was gonna say any of these IPs in general, Dave, that you're excited about?
I am not a big horror fan. I do like an occasional scary movie, but I'm just not that into it. I'm more into this. I like the Disney version of scary. I'm just not into like the really super scary, gory, crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I originally I was that way. I mean, I would rather watch Tommy Boy 18 more times than I would watch, Together.
Yikes.
I'm down for new experiences. And the first time I went to HHN. I think you and I've talked about this before, Dave. Is like I think once you go, you're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'm
look, there's
definitely
nobody
a
that
huge
does
fan.
Halloween like Universal does. I mean, that's nobody that's even in the same conversation, really.
Yeah. You know what? But for both of you guys, or for everybody, I guess, I was at San Diego Comic Con and they had an activation for Alien Earth, which is the new TV series that's coming. And so, by an activation, I mean they had just like a
Thank you.
recreation of what they call the wreckage. Thank you. Sorry, I know you're like it's an industry term. They all say it, but
I
it's
know.
called the wreckage, and it was as if there had been a wreckage of an alien ship on Earth, and that's where all this starts. And so they had this walkthrough, and it felt very HHN. And I keep
Yeah.
thinking that Disney Hollywood Studios would be a great place for them to do a more grown-up scare with some of the IP that they have, and I would like for someday for them to be able to do that. But there's got to be a reason that they don't even try to dip their toe in that, because maybe they just feel like Universal's got it on lock. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on to the final thing before we get on our main topic. I want to talk about
Ooh.
I want to talk about some annual pass stuff. So, if you are somebody who gets into the whole annual pass thing, there are a couple things I wanted to mention. One is Universal has their annual pass appreciation days. They have announced from August 15th to September 30th. And so, if you have an annual pass with them, I just re-upped
Saw
mine.
all WWE trending on the right hand side of that.
Yeah. What do you think that would have come up for me? It's crazy.
Dirty Dom, and AJ. Shout out to everybody who's choosing us over SummerSlam today. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, the other thing that came out is there's a new annual pass holder tease for a magnet, because usually they release one. They do it at EPCOT. This is for Disney World. They usually have a new annual pass holder magnet, which I'm excited about, and it usually comes out about Food and Wine Festival when you go over to EPCOT. This is the teaser video they did for it. What do we think it's going to be? Dave, what do you think it's going to be?
Jeez, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they said something around Finding Nemo, but I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be, but could it be like, I don't know if it's going to be Dory. I don't know if it's going to be Nemo. It could be all of them. I don't think they've ever done one from there. Patrick, any thoughts? Somebody said, oh, there's going to be a 42 Wallaby Way. I'm like, no, it's not going to be that.
What does that look like? Honestly, if you gave me the goggles with 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, Australia, I'd like that. That'd be cool. But who would really know? What's Green Goblin's character? Maybe we can go with that. We'll go with him with the scar.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So the last piece of pass holder news, though, is the Magic Keys have been frozen again. Dave, I know you just bought a Magic Key. Honestly, my Magic Key, and Patrick, you're gonna feel bad about this. My Magic Key ended on the 23rd of July, and I did not renew it.
Whoa! Are you still at Dollywood?
No, but I am at Busch Gardens, so.
Oh, wow.
So I only have Universal, Busch Gardens, which includes SeaWorld, and then also Disney World. But you know, it's expensive. I mean, and Dave, I know you and I talked about it leading into the Magic Key situation. You were on the fence about whether you were going to do it or not. Are you glad now that they've paused it that you have one?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I ended up going with the Enchant Key. Is that right? Yeah. The second one down. I suck with remembering names, but yeah, for me that was the right one, because all it blocks out is weekends. I don't really love going on the weekends to Disneyland anyway. I prefer to go on a weekday when it's a little less crowded. So I kind of end up Tuesday to Thursday are really my target days. So I'm thrilled to have one, and I've probably already got like 4 trips planned, in the next few months. So I'm excited about it, and the thing that always comes up to me, I love Disney World. I grew up on Disney World. Rob and I have talked about that many times, but for me, like what I love about Disneyland that you just can't replace is the great weather. It's just hard. It's hard to beat how much cooler and nicer and drier and easier it is to be out in the parks on a sunny day.
That is a very good point. Yeah. Well, I let mine go thinking I'm not really going to get back to Disneyland for a little while, but then as soon as I let it go and they're like, by the way, they're gone. You can't have any anymore. I don't know. It's a bad feeling. I don't like it. 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 And then
I was sad. I felt like it was like a slap on me because I get mine and you drop yours. I just didn't understand that.
You thought maybe Rob knew something you didn't?
Yeah, no, I just felt like okay,
get
yeah,
out
like
now.
if there's any chance of us like going together and like hanging out, like I guess that sounds great.
Sell. No, we'll do that. We'll hang out. But if I go, I'm going to go for like Oogie Boogie or something like that. So I'm going to go for the hard ticketed event anyway. So really wouldn't help.
Fair.
But we have another super chat, fellas. Hang on.
Woo!
And that's not the music.
I like the other
It's
one.
nice
Yeah.
though. It's nice.
Yeah, no. This is the one I wanted. There she is.
Oh man. You know something's about to go down.
It's another one from our good friend Jungle Cruiser. Said Disneyland forward, new land, epic Fox universe with Alien versus Predator. My friend, I would love if they would make a Fox theme park. I'm with you. They should do it because I mean, you got Kevin's Home Alone house. Go in there, like do that, and then you got
yes.
Alien versus Predator, and you've got, you could do Night at the Museum, you could do Ice Age, you could do so many things with a Fox theme park, and they've got some great IP. You could have a Sound of Music. You could have there's so much stuff that they could do. So I love that idea. Yes, you're out that way in California, Jungle Cruiser. If you can tap Josh on the shoulder the next time you see him and just whisper that in his ear.
Give him my number.
Yeah, and
Give him my number.
Give him Patrick's number for some ungodly reason.
First.
That would don't do that.
Because he's cute.
So, he is a catch. He is the complete package, and we all know that. All right, so. That closes our new old business. Those are the things that we missed while we were away. But now I want to turn to our big conversation, our topic of the day, which is the animation Courtyard overhaul. Which this one surprised me. Honestly, this one surprised me a lot. If you guys if you guys know the animation Courtyard at Disney Hollywood Studios, first of all, no theme park, to my knowledge, has evolved/changed as much as Disney Hollywood Studios. Not even California Adventure, which has changed a ton. Not even EPCOT, which has changed a ton. But Disney's Hollywood Studios has changed so much since it opened in 1989. And when it first opened, it was supposed to be a half-day park. And it was tours of, the backstage, and there were two separate tours. There was the backstage on the tram, and then there was a walking tour of the studios, and there was working studios, and they did animation in the animation building. They made Mulan, and they made Stitch, and a couple other movies there. And so it was a big thing, and then it has evolved over the years greatly, but I think that the animation Courtyard is one of those that's evolved sort of the most without evolving. Like the main structure hasn't changed a ton. But when it first opened and I went down, I got a 2003 map, by the way, that I pulled out of my archives
Nice.
for the Disney MGM studios. And
Whoa.
then on it, I know,
I think I
right?
have
It
that, actually. I
talks
think I have that in
about
my
Pal
description.
Mickey on it. It's got Pal Mickey.
I saw somebody running Pal Mickey in the parks recently. I can't believe it still works.
It's the same RFID, I think, right?
RFID
But at
did
this-
not change, yes.
But at this time, the animation building had the Magic of Disney Animation, and then next to it was the Playhouse Disney live on stage with Bear in the Big Blue House, Roly Poly Oly, The Book of Pooh, and Stanley. And those were the puppets. Do you remember the puppets that used to be there?
Yep.
And then Voyage of the Little Mermaid. So this is something I asked back in the day to our yeah, I hear it.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
okay.
Rob, my cousin is representing New England in the Little League Softball World Series. We have a watch party at my house. I did not want to cancel on Parks Adventurers Club. I love being a part of this club. It means a lot to me. And we just scored Guilford, Connecticut, representing New England. So thank you. I'm really sorry it's loud, but I'm not because we're winning.
I'm glad it's
No,
going
no.
well. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm glad that I'm glad that you guys are winning. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Keep us posted. Keep us in the loop.
Yeah.
All right,
Will do.
so
All
let's
right.
get back
Yep,
to this.
back to business. Yep.
The Courtyard, I feel like, has been a wasteland forever, and I thought that with Monsters that they were going to make it, and I think we all did, to put that in the animation courtyard, make Monstropolis in the animation courtyard. And so instead of doing that, they put it at Muppets. And it's like, okay, well, so now what are you going to do with that? They opened up the Little Mermaid attraction again, finally, after that being closed. So I want to talk about sort of the history about it, but I want to start with this and ask you, Patrick, do you have a fond memory of the animation courtyard through its history? Anything in particular that is either there now or gone, or is it just always been kind of throwaway for you?
So for me, for those who don't know, my Disney adventure started in 85, 86 in that area. We had a family trip down there, and as a little kid, I loved it. That's right. I was small in 86. We went to Disney, we went to SeaWorld, and I love the parks, but I don't remember it because I didn't go again until 2007. And 7. And when I went, it wasn't something I even considered going in there and hanging out. And by the time I went back, it was Launch Bay, and Launch Bay just didn't belong anymore. There is no reason. I adore Star Tours. There's no reason that there's Star Wars there, there's Star Wars there, and then there's Star Wars way over there. If we're going to be immersive, we need to get this other Star Wars crap out of the park. And so I hope they take it out and they put it all in Galaxy's Edge. I have no memories. I'm glad they made so many great films there and that they beat Universal to the punch in the pettiest way possible.
Okay. All right. Dave, anything that you can remember about that, or has it been kind of a throwaway space for you as well?
It's been a throwaway for me too. I actually wrote down in my notes, it just felt like this sort of concrete area that wasn't very interesting. And I was back there when Hollywood Studios opened back in the day, and I, not literally there when it opened, but very early on. And I don't really have any memories of that area of the park at all. I mean, and there wasn't a whole lot to do back then either. Like, as you said earlier. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I used to love about the animation courtyard was there was a movie that you would watch when you would go in the building. Now, the movie was Walter Cronkite and Robin Williams walking you through animation. And it's one of those things that to this day I still quote. Like, there was this part where it's like, a pirate's life is a wonderful life, a roving over the sea. And he did that. And then he would say, Walter Cronkite said that the animator gives it a feeling of foreboding. And Robin would go, for whatting? And so it's just like so many little things that I loved about that movie. And here's a picture of Walter Cronkite for the kids in the audience that don't know who he is. He was a newscaster. And then Robin Williams and wearing the goofy hat, just like
in very Genie coded. Before Genie or after Genie?
That would have probably been 89. That would have been before Genie, because I think that movie came out in 90.
Pulled Genie's look from Robin Williams.
He looks like a kid in that picture. He looks so young.
Yeah. Walter Cronkite, just a baby.
Yeah, no,
honestly, even Walter Cronkite does look young in that picture from what we know of Walter Cronkite.
That's true.
Yeah. So they had that movie, and then I don't know if you guys remember this, where the Disney Junior Dance Party used to be a restaurant. It was called the Soundstage Restaurant.
Yeah.
And when you would walk into the Soundstage Restaurant, it would look like the soundstage of Beauty and the Beast. It would be like there was the rose up there. It looked like kind of you were walking behind the scenes of Beauty and the Beast. So there were like sets, like the back of sets, and just a weird kind of a vibe to do. But it was called the Soundstage Restaurant, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it. And then they changed it.
And it had the catwalk bar, right?
Right. The catwalk bar was above, which crazy. Then became Club 33. But that area right there changed to Aladdin at one point. And so where they had like this stairway up to the catwalk, which is where I think maybe the restrooms were too, that stairway is where they had the rose from Beauty and the Beast, and then when they redid it, that had the lamp from Aladdin. And so there was a restaurant there, and then when you would go to the end of the courtyard and you would turn left or right, you would go right to the animation or left to get on the tram tour. Now they moved the tram tour later to a different spot down by the Honey I Shrunk the Kids playground, but the entrance used to be right there. So if you ever go to a hard ticket event like Jollywood, they send you there to get your band. You go through that queue. That was originally the queue for the backstage tram tour with Catastrophe Canyon, and the residential street and all that would load there, not where we saw it load later. So there was stuff happening. The walking tour ended at that Walt Disney Studio, like the Presents Theater, and they would show you coming attractions of clips of movies that were coming, and then you would funnel out into the animation courtyard. They had that Disney Studio store there. It was a thing. And then the Star Wars Launch Bay came, and that was something for a little while. There was a Star Wars movie when you would go in, and then you would come out and you would see props, and then there were meet and greets, and it was a thing. And then they had the Jawas. Remember the Jawas, Patrick? Like for trading?
What a great idea that was. And then it's gone. It's just gone. I traded with the Jawas. I wish I knew where that pin was. But I had doubles of a pin of Jawas, and I traded it to them, and they were very happy to receive a pin of themselves. So, yeah, I don't know, man. We've had so many good ideas that just fall by the wayside.
Well, so like I said, I thought that they were going to make this area Monstropolis. I also remember hearing a rumor about something called like a black box ride or attraction, where they were going to make a big empty room that with all screens, and so that if they wanted to do a Wish movie ride, they could just make it. And then with very little, just kind of like the Void was over there, and make projections and things like that. Yeah.
Why do we talk about this all the time? We talk about the black box rides. They can't update the digital rides that they have. The only digital ride that gets significant updating is Star Tours. Star Tours gets updating. There is no reason why we don't get updating of all these rides with screen-based attractions. Finally, we're getting some sort of Buzz Lightyear update. Great. But Toy Story Midway Mania should be updated. Honestly, we should get updates of Guardians when there's stuff that pertains to the cosmic part of the MCU. There should be updates to Guardians. There's screens, there's videos. You have these actors. Do it. It should be part of their contract. Why do we have fake Hermione in the Wizarding World? I don't want fake Hermione. Give me real Hermione.
Dude, I don't even know where your head's at right now, but while we're already on this tangent, I will say, though, that Guardians, for Christmas, they replaced the song and nothing else. And I'm like, you could have replaced the pre-show. You could have replaced the movie, but no. And it was just the song Run, Run, Rocket. And I'm like, no, that's wrong. I don't love that. Screen-based attractions, I feel like, are that way. So, with this new courtyard, and I'm going to show this picture of what the new courtyard looks like. And Dave, I want to get some thoughts from you on this one. This is what Disney is suggesting that they're going to do with this animation courtyard. And they're not going to call it the animation courtyard. They're going to call it the Walt Disney Studio, which is weird. And so when you walk in, the first thing I notice is that arch is gone. And I kind of miss that, but Dave, what are your thoughts on this one?
I didn't like the arch that much. I thought it was just kind of awkward there, and I just it kind of blocked an area of the park that it really didn't make any sense to me. Like, why is there an arch there and there's not arches going into every land or whatever? It just never made any sense to me. So I'm glad to see it gone. I like all the like I was saying earlier, it felt like just like a concrete jungle there for a while. So adding all the trees and giving you shaded places to sit. Look, it's Florida, so like shade matters absolutely. And I love that they're supposedly going to add some interesting little Easter eggs all over the place. At least in theory, from what I've heard, that's the rumor that's out there. Yeah. So I'm excited about it. I think it's really a good use of the space.
Yeah, I mean, so my problem is, and Patrick, maybe you could speak to this part, is my problem is that it's been such a wasteland for so long. And like that studio store closed with COVID. everything in Launch Bay pretty much closed with COVID. There was a gift shop in there that never reopened. It was used as like one of those relaxation stations for a while. There's like, you go in and you can like meet Chewbacca and leave. There's really nothing else back in there anymore. And so I feel like maybe Disney, is it that, here's the question, Patrick. Am I excited about this because it's the right thing and it's good? Or am I excited about it because it's something and not garbage?
No, you're excited about it because it's something and not garbage. It's not the right thing. We talked about what the right thing was, and it was Monsters. Monsters should be there. We still need that Disney Junior stuff. Where is that going to go? What are we going to do with that Disney Junior stuff if it's not there? We need that for the kids. That dance party's great. Those meet and greets are great. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I was heard that there's a new Disney Junior show supposedly coming to the space. So they're going to replace the old show with a new show.
Yeah.
Give me some
and I hope
Kitties.
it's. Here's the problem though. That original one that was the puppets that I loved so much with Bear in the Big Blue House, when they took her down the soundstage restaurant and they put in that, and they would rotate it through with whatever was on Playhouse Disney. It was Roly Poly Oly, it was Stanley, it was Bear in the Big Blue House, it was Winnie the Pooh, it was Handy Manny, and they would just rotate these puppets through, and it was really kind of I enjoyed it. But when it became the Disney Junior Dance Party, that was no longer for me. It was only for people who had little kids, and maybe that's okay. Like that's fine that there are things like that. But going back to Walt's original vision of a place to go with his kids where they could do things as a family, that attraction all of a sudden became a wasted space for me. Now, that doesn't mean, again, that couldn't be a children's thing. But the thing that I love is that it's great. It's great that there's actually something there to see. So, Dave, you're not in a place where you need to have playgrounds, but you've heard about this Alice playground, right?
So I'm sorry, say that again.
The Alice playground.
Yes, I did see that, and that looks really cool. I mean, that has a lot of potential. I mean, there's not much information. They shared the image that was the inspiration for it, but it'd be interesting to see what they do with that creatively. I love the idea. It's a good concept, but we'll see where they go with it. Yeah,
and then the other thing is, did you see Once Upon a Studio?
Yes. So I love Once Upon a Studio, and I think it's a great inspiration for this whole space.
So it looks, exactly. That's my thing too. So it looks like, from everything that they've said. By the way, Once Upon a Studio was shown at Destination D23, 2 years ago, and I was in love with it from the second I saw it. It's an 8-minute cartoon with all the Disney characters to celebrate 100 years of Disney, and so this is the magic of Disney animation that they're showing us here, and it's kind of the same concept. Is they're making this building look like the animation building out in California, and then just like this short, they're going to show pictures coming to life. Here's the artwork the Mary Blair inspired, and you're right, they haven't really told us much about this, but it's called the Drawn to Wonderland Playground. And I'm wondering, when I look at this map, if it's not up in this corner at the top where that looks like maybe it would be up here. I don't know where the playground's gonna go, but I don't think that there's enough places for kids to play in the parks these days, so I'm excited about that. And then
this is as well, so that that's again, going back to the shaded space. That's a great way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. The other thing that's coming back is the drawing class, which I don't know, Patrick, did you and your family ever do the drawing class? Because my wife...
I've never done the drawing class. I'm so excited. So excited. Okay. So excited for the drawing class. I really want to do it. I'm glad it's coming back. It's been gone for so long. It's such a quintessential part of what makes Hollywood Studios what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. The other thing and we loved the drawing class. They actually do a drawing class at the Rafiki's Planet Watch. That's a long way to go to draw a picture, so we don't do that. And then they do it still at the Disney Animation Building in California, which who knows how long that'll be there with Avatar coming in. And then you've also got they do it sometimes for Festival of the Arts and things like that, where they give it. But I hope that studio is still there. I think it is. I don't think they really did anything with that, because I don't know how they were using the space for Star Wars Launch Bay. But Dave, the Sorcerer's Hat. was a piece of because I'm not sure. You said how you felt about the archway. I'm wondering how you felt originally about that sorcerer's hat that used to block the theater. Did you love the sorcerer's hat or did you hate it?
I know it's an unpopular opinion. I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
No, that's a popular opinion.
No, that's the popular. That's the correct.
Okay, it is. Okay, well, I've had people beat me up about that. I just thought it was ridiculous. Like I know why they did it, and I get it, but it looked terrible. And I celebrated when they removed it. It was the best thing they ever did.
No, you're in good company here. We all agree with
good,
that. Actually,
good.
my son's girlfriend thinks fond memories of the sorcerer's hat, and he's trying to figure out how to break her.
And you've informed him to break up with her.
No, he's going to try to break her out of it. I think is how that works. Yeah, exactly.
I think he needs to move on.
But that was one of the selling points in this is that people are talking about the sorcerer's hat's coming back. And I'm like, is it though? That's not really what's happening here. They're making the sorcerer's hat.
I see it.
Yeah.
It's a much better use of it, in my opinion.
Well, but it's just, they're just making it look like the animation building in California. So they're not really like bringing, it's not an homage, in my opinion. It's not an homage to the massive thing that was in front of the theater. I think it's just an homage to the Roy Disney animation building. So I mean that's going to be a thing there, and that's a good thing, I think. Let me take you back also to like back in the day. Here's another map of this.
Man.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can see we had Voyage of the Little Mermaid up here. And then the magic of Disney animation. A remarkable self-guided tour through a real animation studio. First, go back to Neverland for a hysterically funny look at the animation process. Next, explore the Walt Disney Animation Florida, the actual studio where they're making the movies. So,
wait, Rob, can I get that back real quick? Are those Ninja Turtles?
Yes,
those are 100% Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, they had a Ninja Turtle show.
I know. It feels, the map feels askew to me. It really feels askew. Like, I feel like it should be turned like about 15 degrees to the left from here.
Well, what I love is that they were doing construction down here during they were making the Sunset Boulevard expansion. Yeah. So this was before they opened up like Tower and all that stuff. You can see Tower down here at the bottom, but they've got like construction equipment shown on the map. Like Disney 2025 would not do this.
Yeah, true.
Tower's
up and to the right, not down there, is it? Because it's not before the entrance.
Yeah, no.
You walk into the entrance and you walk down Sunset Boulevard. Yeah. This
Holy
is correct.
Crap! I don't think I've ever put that together.
Yeah,
nice
it's almost in the front of the park, really.
Yeah. Huh. So the secret here is don't let Patrick be the one to guide you through the park.
Oh no, I'm very bad at that.
Yeah,
very bad. The only park I know my way around is Animal Kingdom for some reason.
Yeah. Looking at the chat, Ronald says back when Studios was a studio, and David says I saw the Ninja Turtles in the park in 1990. Yeah, that was a time. So I'm thinking about tonight. I was thinking about let's have a whole conversation about what the studios used to be. I think that's too big a conversation to have. So just thinking about it in terms of the animation courtyard and how much that's changed over time is still jarring to me. But it's been a wasteland, and that's why I thought that the Monsters Inc. was going to be the right move for that. Is just to let's just put Monsters Inc. in there. And then, then everybody will be happy because there's nothing there to lose. And they were like, no, we're going to take out the Muppets. It'll be fine. So I don't know. But with all the stuff that's happening, I don't know exactly what this is going to be. They're talking about bringing more characters in to this area. They're talking about this new show, Dave, that you were talking about, the new Disney Junior show. I hope that that's really more of a show than a dance party. And then the studio store needs to be something because it's still closed. That's around the corner where the bathrooms are. And then, I'm looking forward to what they could do with the drawings and then the things jumping out. Somebody said something in a video I was watching that they thought animatronics. Patrick, do you think that they're going to make that much commitment to this?
Absolutely not. There's no way they put animatronics there. You can't sell a lightning lane to it. Why would they put animatronics there?
You could sell a lightning lane to it. You don't know.
It would take a lot of work to put a lightning lane there. I feel like they're just gonna plus out the store, but the store sold exactly the same thing that you get over at the Frozen Story store. So there wasn't any difference. I don't know what merch. I would love Disney Junior merch. My daughter loves Disney Junior. I'm. There's no way there's animatronics there. None
Okay.
whatsoever.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Dave, because with the parks right now, Hollywood Studios just opened 2 new shows, but they still feel like they were like behind with like opportunities and attractions because this thing's going to close in September. And then the Muppets are going to close. I mean, the Rock and Roller Coaster is going to close at the end of this year. Do you feel like, and I feel like I have the answer to this, but you tell me what you think. Do you feel like Hollywood Studios at this point is a full day theme park?
It's bordering on not being, like right now in this very moment it is. I mean, it's a great part to go for a full day, but yeah, they're pushing it, and it's a shame to see all that stuff closing at the same time. I mean, I'm gonna really miss Rock and Roller Coaster. I mean, I know that it's gonna get replaced and it'll be a Muppet ride and it'll probably be good, but yeah, it's two really important for me, two really important attractions closing down at the same time. So I don't love that. It's a little sad. I saw the construction photos that you posted. It was like I just kind of was a little sad, just kind of seeing everything torn apart, and it's I don't know if you've shared that anywhere, but if you have that available to show, but like that was it was so sad to see everything torn up in the Muppets area.
Yeah. Oh, the Muppets area. Yeah, I do have
Oh
that.
God,
The Muppets area.
heartbreaking.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this
no,
is from
just
Bio
yeah, look at that.
Reconstruct. This is the Studio One store was officially demolished this week, so that they
The
can
fountain.
make way for Monstropolis. So yeah, it is sad to see. Maybe when this all opens, we'll go. You know what? This was worth it. This is really good.
No, we won't.
No.
It's going to be a great ride, though. I think that's going to be a great ride, but it's still I'm still going to miss the Muppets.
Yeah. So what they've said is in 2026 we're getting the Muppet overlay at some point. In 2026 we're getting this new animation thing, and I wish, and I don't know if this is a thing, but I wish that they've been working on this before they announced it, because there's still areas of Star Tour or the launch bay that aren't being used. So you could have been doing things in the background getting ready for this. So on September 25th of this year, if you want to say your goodbyes now, Patrick, tomorrow is the last day you can, I think, ride Buzz Lightyear before they redo it. I don't think you need to say goodbye to that. I don't think you need to say goodbye to that. But is there anything at Disney's animation Courtyard you want to say goodbye to at Launch Bay, or
Yeah,
don't let the door hit you?
I want to say goodbye to the nothingness, Rob.
To the
I want to
emptiness.
wave into the void. Bye, void. Give me things.
We want to get some T-shirts for goodbye to the Launch Bay, and then we'll do that.
Done.
I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to what they're doing. And so I think that there's a positive spin on that, is that I think that there's good things coming, but it feels like it's going to be a while in a park that, like we just talked about, is sort of a half-day park. Here's a look at what that Monsters, Inc. coaster, because we were going to talk about this on an earlier topic about construction updates. Here's where the Monsters, Inc. coaster building is going to be.
Wow.
In that cast parking lot. And so
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive. I'm excited about that. That to me is expansion. That's good. Like most of the things we talk about are replacements. The Muppets are replacing Aerosmith. Pandora is replacing the Hollywood backlot. But this one, that's an expansion. That was stuff that was parking, and now it's going to be a thing that we can all do and experience. So I'm looking forward to that one. So yeah, that's the thing. So before we get, this is my final question, and I feel like we've kind of already answered this as a group here. Back to this, is this going to be a good thing, or is it just a better thing? That's really the question I have to you. Is this better than nothing, or is this exciting? And again, Care Bear pointed out, like, there's some technology they're working with that, like, have the characters come out of paintings just like they did in the studio, Once Upon a Studio video. So we'll have to see what that is. When they teased the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, they talked about 2.5D, that you're not going to have to wear 3D glasses, but everything's going to be 2.5D. I don't know that I see things in 2.5D in that building. So I don't know if this is going to be the wow factor that they're telling us it is. I'm going to hold out hope that it is. But the question is it better than nothing, or is this going to be an amazing upgrade? And so I'll get to you guys for that answer in a second. I do want to give a big shout out to our PAC members. That's our Patreon. We love our PAC, the Park Adventurers Club. Thank you guys for being members. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, for being in the chat. I see a bunch of you guys here. And then here's a shout out to some of our Zebra Mezzanine and Treasure Room supporters. You know who you are. We appreciate you and every member of the PAC. Thank you guys so much for being there. We got a lot of stuff on this channel. ParkAdventuresClub.com. We do the happiest stays with Shannon. She just dropped a show where she's talking about the Swan.
I can't wait to watch that, Rob. That's so good. I didn't watch it on the premiere. I cannot wait to watch it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and again, she's really going down deep because she was like, I want to make a show that I haven't seen before, which is not just like, here's a walkthrough of the room, but like, here's like, I went to the room and here's what I felt like was missing. Here's what I felt was great. She uncovers some things that I'm like, are you serious about this right now? Like every detail that she gets down into, I'm like, I never thought about that. So again, check that out. And then also, of course, Stephanie has a show called Castaways, which is where she interviews people who are cast members. If you haven't watched the last one she did with our friend Ron Deanna, and he talked about his time at the Haunted Mansion and at the Tiki Room, which was the Enchanted Tiki Room under new management. So it was that one that he worked.
How dare you?
I'm just saying. I'm not judging either way. I'm just saying that's the
you
one.
Are. There was judgment in your tone about Tiki Room. Under new management, as we said before the call, is perfectly cromulent.
Yes, perfectly cromulent. And then, of course, we do a look on the plus side every Wednesday night. We're going to do a review this week about Tinkerbell, that straight-to-video original Tinkerbell movie. And then also the week after that, Dave, you're coming on, right? What are you talking about? I forget.
Yeah, Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah,
we're going back to the beginning.
Bring the original.
Wow.
Yeah.
We never did that one, Patrick. You and I did Civil War. Rob Bazemore and I did Black Widow, but we've never done Iron Man.
I just want to do DComs. Johnny Tsunami next.
Johnny Tsunami. Yeah. So thank you guys again for supporting the channel and all the shows we've got. Sunday night with this show, we'll be back again next Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. for another Park Adventurers Club. Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. for a look on the plus side. And then Friday nights, we always drop some content for you at 8:30, whether it's the Hakuna Trivia, Happiest Stays, Castaways, Rank It. We've got a bunch of shows that we keep rotating our TGIF lineup. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. But now is the time when you need to weigh in, Patrick, and you need to cast your voice and tell me, as a park adventurer, is this upgrade to the or this change to the animation courtyard, is this just better than it is now, or is this a true upgrade?
It is better than it is now. It is not a true upgrade. A true upgrade would be utilizing this space the way they used it when Hollywood Studios opened. It's not going to go back to its former glory. None of Hollywood Studios really is. When you said it was supposed to be a half-day park, well, it is. So it's a half-day park. The only real full-day park in my mind is the Magic Kingdom. It's the only one that has enough attractions that can give you a full day. If this is going to be something else to actually draw people into that area and keep them out of Toy Story Land, keep them out of Galaxy's Edge, keep them out of Monstropolis, although I almost vomited trying to say that, it's useful, it's good, but it's just a hat on a hat. It's not change.
Okay, a hat on a hat. I love that.
A hat on a hat, man.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay.
Dave, I guess same question. Is it a hat on a hat, or is it something bigger and better?
No, it depends, So I think if they come with this brilliant technology and they blow us all away with what we see, then yeah, it has the potential of being like a serious upgrade. But if it's opening in 2026, I just don't see that happening. That's not enough time to really build something that's mind blowing. So I hope I'm wrong.
Wow, that's actually a great point. Is I'm excited that it's not going to be shut down for too long, and you're like, if you're not shutting it down for too long, what are you really doing? Like, for them to take Test Track, and as long as that was shut down, and they, yeah, that's a great point. So maybe they need to really kind of think about what they're doing. But like I said, maybe they've already built the Alice in Wonderland pieces for the playground. Maybe that already exists somewhere.
That's true. Yeah.
Patrick says no. Patrick says no. That's not going to be a thing. Definitely let us know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching, for hanging out. We appreciate you. Thank you, panelists, for being here. And we're going to bring this one to a close. But again, join us next Sunday night for another Park Adventurers Club. Pass it along. Tell a friend. We love to have as many people here as possible, chilling out, enjoying the good conversation. So have a great week, everybody. And we will see you next time. And don't forget, adventure